Hey, what's up, guys? This is Matador Trades. I hope you are drinking the coffee and not the Kool-Aid. So I'm en route to meet a buddy of mine. He is an options trader. We're going to have a drink, chill out, and talk about the markets the last couple of days. Now, why am I making this video? I'm making this video because you guys have been on my mind. You guys have been on my freaking mind. And I wanted to send a message. I mean, trading is always on my mind. What can I say? There's always a lesson to be learned. There's always an opportunity in the markets. And quite frankly, whenever I think about the markets, I think about my journey as a trader, like how I have evolved from, and I'm always evolving. It's very important that you always, like my mentor used to always say to me, always be humble. And that is in life, and that is most definitely in trading. Always have humility. And that's one thing that I wanted to talk about just briefly in this very brief video. I'm not here truly. I'm here to serve. That's my goal. That's my purpose, is to serve with I don't want to put too much effort into these videos and stuff because I'm not that guy to be spending like hours and hours like editing and shit. So I'm coming to you raw, all right? I'm coming to you raw in most cases. I'm not fucking around with all that shit. So this is what I want to say. Hang on. So this is what I want to say to you, is that for all you traders out there who are getting hurt in the markets right now, I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to step back a little bit, all right? This has been a very, very, very difficult year for traders, institutional traders. It's been very difficult, guys. So if you are still in the market, if you're still in the game, look, bravo to you, okay? Bravo to all of you. I want to clap my hand because, look, this has been a very brutal year, and we've started out this first quarter with a lot of volatility. Now, I love volatility. That's what I'm used to because I'm used to trading crypto. That's like a fucking, Monday morning for us. Price price going up and down $20,000 in Bitcoin. That's a fucking Monday morning for us. But for those people who are trading equities, they're not used to that. So I trade both. And I just want to say, like, congratulations to you if you are still in the market. I really take my hat off to you people. Now, going forward, this is all I want to say. Take a deep breath, guys, all right? Step back a little bit. Be patient. If you've blown out your account with meme coins and buying the highs and, all this other stuff, I want you just to take a deep breath, step back, and be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be humble, all right? And that goes for yourself as well. That means be humble with yourself and always learn from these moments, all right? I keep a trading journal even when I'm not trading. What I do is I sit down each day and I'm looking at the markets all the time. I wake up at I've for 6 years, I've looked at markets like sometimes at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like staring because I love technical analysis. I love it. It's like, I don't know, I can't get enough of it. And the thing of it is that we sometimes can't see the forest for the trees, That saying, you can't see the forest for the trees is so fucking true. And that goes with who we are as individuals, right? Who we are as people. Sometimes we can't see our own faults. We can't see our own shit. It's nice to be able to reflect that off of other people. That's why I'm meeting my buddy today. We'll go have a couple drinks. We'll talk about the markets. But mostly what we will talk about is our personal journey and how that applies to everyday life. And then that is going to be reflecting upon how we take a trade. So I want you, if you're out there and you really are down on yourself, I want you to know that you're not alone, number one. And number two, that you really got to give yourself credit and not beat yourself up too much. So, and going back to what I was saying about having a journal, use that journal as a reflection. We can't always talk to people around us, our friends, our loved ones and stuff, because they don't give a fuck. They really don't care. Do you think that my wife gives a shit about, hold on, there we go. My shit stopped. All right, there we go. You think my wife really gives a shit about a profit and loss statement? You know what I'm saying? She really couldn't care less, about earnings and shit like this. So what we need to do really is, keep ourselves in check. And a trading journal is going to help us do that. So like I started to say is that I look at the market every day. So I may not trade every day, but I'll look at my journal. I'll mark inside my journal. How am I feeling based upon what I'm seeing? Are we at certain levels of support? Are we at certain, levels of resistance where we keep beating our head against that bullshit? So all of these things help give me feedback, and I'll give you an example. And then I'm going to end the call the video, because I'm almost at my destination. But anyway, look at this clown. This dude is just coming over my lane. I mean, these people are morons. Anyway, so to give you an example, I took a trade on SUI recently. I set my alarm at it was $1.98, which is where I had my target. Now, why did I set my target at $1.98? I looked back at previous price action and I saw order block forming right there, and I drew just a zone for myself. It wasn't that specific price. We went a little bit lower, but the important thing is I was within the zone, and I wanted to see how price would react off of that zone, which it did respond favorably. So I jumped into the trade. It moved up. The price, the market told me, I don't dictate to the market what I want. The market confirmed my bias. From that point, I didn't start to add to my position, which is what I should have done. However, it was going to be a short-term trade for me. So I got into that trade. It went up 10%, and I took profit. Right at that point, I closed the trade completely. Now, I started to beat myself up because I thought, the previous candle close was was down, all right? And my feeling was, my bias was, as the market was showing, I was like, fuck, I don't want to lose this profit. So it was fear. It was based on fear. So I closed the trade rather than, using a trailing stop, or at least taking 50% profit or whatever, and then moving my stop to break even or whatever. I closed the entire trade. Well, that trade continued to move up another 17%, another 18%, another 19%. So I really, really missed out on an opportunity there to make a really, really good gain. Why? Again, it was fear. Now, I was feeling fear at that moment. Of course, you can look back and reflect upon how the price responded and what you should have done or whatever. But I had to close that chapter and say, hey, you made a profit, move on, look for other opportunity. I journaled it, why I did it, what the market was doing, how I felt about it, and I highlighted it so that I would never do that again, all right? So that's something that you can learn from. It offered an opportunity to me to learn. So going forward, hey, this is very important, at least from my stance, to make sure I highlight and never do that shit again. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I've kind of said a mouthful so far, and I don't want to bore you, but I'm always thinking about you guys. I'm always thinking about other traders. And, I just kind of want to throw that lifeline in case you're beating yourself up. Just remember, we're all just people at the end of the day. So manage your risk well, trade well, be well, live a happy and healthy life. And I will catch you in the next video. I hope you took away something of value in my video here. It's a little longer format than I usually do, but I think the message is important. So I'll catch you on the other side of things, and I'll make these little videos from time to time. I'm also working on a little something for everybody that I think that they can learn from. I also have a free book that I do offer at matadortrades.com. You can download it as a PDF book. I don't ask you for shit. I don't even ask you for your email. So you can download that for now and for free. And I'm working on a little something else that I think is going to offer a lot of value for a lot of people out there. I need to finesse it a little bit, and I want to bring in some investors and really get this thing out there to people who I believe could benefit from it. Because I really believe in trading, guys. Look, I'm here to tell you that trading can change your life. It has thoroughly changed my life. I have, and again, I say this with humility, I have literally sent my family on European trips by trading. I have paid bills. I mean, I bought a fucking Porsche from trading. Many things. What can I say? You know, I later sold it. It was bleeding me, and I thought, oh boy, you know, fuck this. I want to use that capital that I have in here for trading. So anyway, be well. Again, you know, I really appreciate your time and clicking on my channel. This is Matador Trades. Take care, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Take care.